Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to Mixon on first down. Shifts by him. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Bengals who came away with a victory in that one. So they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati.
11.
Second and 10 now. Burrow. Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A quick throw out wide caught by Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd down and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, does it bring in your tight end, keep him in? Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Daxton Hill in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
11 mighty. Stop.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. They find some open field here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, that's an old play caller's trick right there. Right up there with run the ball inside the tackles on first down. You just watch your quarterback get sacked on the previous play. Now you let those defensive linemen penetrate again, hoping to get their hands on him one more time. But this time, he's got the perfect call dialed up, and the screen burns him for a first down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
11.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
On 2. 12. Turtles hot.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
the first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got room. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
109 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
12.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Play action, now Jackson. That's complete, it's Devin Duvernay. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Patrick Queen.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
12.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now, the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football.
On 2, ready?
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Robinson.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
James Prochet,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Here we go, here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
11.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 1, ready?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Burrow will throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
T. Higgins was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Dobbins with it.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Now Jackson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Throwing, Jackson. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Here's Jackson.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, trying to get that extra running play in, and it can back.
And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
And it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of.